Soccer claims more casualties than any other sport. We sent former Premier League striker Mark Bright to Leeds United to follow the squad of health experts who keep the whites in the pink.
A 42-week season has just started, and most players will train every day. They can play up to 2 games a week, and for some, that's 70 games a season. Most have just returned from a 6-week break and go straight into intensive training. And it's this that can increase the risk of getting injured. Alan Hodgson is the Football Association's head of sports medicine. He's just completed a 2-year audit of injuries in professional football.
Football players are more at risk in pre-season for certain types of injuries. When the season's finished, the muscles and the tendons and the soft tissues are quite pliable, quite extensible. And then they stop for close season, maybe 4 to 6 weeks. They do lose physiological fitness. They are likely to put a little bit of weight on.
As the competition has grown fiercer on the pitch, so has the style of management. Health and training are the key ingredients to winning. The fitter the team, the bigger the reward. Elland Road, home to the mighty Leeds United football team. The medical staff here have to look after £135 million worth of players to ensure that each and every one of them can give their absolute best every day. Physiotherapist Dave Swift heads a team of 4 medical sports specialists.
We expect players to come back in a good state, and then we have a 5-week pre-season period, and we'll play some games in that time. But there's no substitute for competition. It takes a number of games for them to get to the peak.
Leeds paid Sunderland £5.4 million for striker Michael Bridges. 2 weeks ago he scored the season's first hat-trick. 3 days later he was injured in the game against Manchester United. Now he and the team want to know if he'll play the next game.
It's frustrating because it was a hell of a big game, and to get a knock in the first minutes, it just totally shatters, you know. When I couldn't run it off after 15 minutes and I was still struggling, I was thinking about the game the week after against Sunderland. I think, you know, we're going to be fit for that one.
I think there is more pressure on the players that are the big earners and the big names, because they know they're earning a lot of money, they know the fans want to see them, they know the club expects more from them.
The most common injuries in football are muscle strains, ankle and knee damage. Insufficient warm-up and tackling are the main causes. This results in fibres and ligaments being overstretched or torn. Depending on the severity, it can take anything between a week and 9 months to heal. Injured players report to see David each morning to see if they're able to train with the rest of the squad. But Michael has had to have treatment for his injured ankle every day.
Okay.
Why do you do these exercises?
Just want to make sure that he's nice and strong to protect the joint and to make sure that they don't provoke pain. And if they provoke any pain, then I'd be less tempted to let him go out at all. Just turn it that way for me. Okay? Hold there.
Double, go!
Michael has been doing special training set by the physiotherapist all week. He's now being checked to see whether he's able to train with the rest of the team. He's got the go-ahead, which means he should be able to play in the next match. He has a kick around with teammate Alan Smith. A football team can train up to 2.5 hours a day, but not all the training takes part on the pitch. Some of it takes part in the gym. Because football is so commercial, having an injured player is bad for business. Sports Science is coming up with new ways to predict and counteract the risk. The Elite Sports Assessment Centre has just opened in Oswestry and has been welcomed by the FA. Di Rees, a consultant orthopaedic surgeon in sports injuries, is the clinical director.
What we're trying to do in this laboratory is to try and assess the risk of injury and to do something to lessen the risk of injury in individual players.
It offers high-tech facilities tailored specifically for the soccer industry. One of its main features is a 16-camera motion analysis lab. The aim is to monitor a player during a match simulation environment.
Doing pure bench testing in a static situation is not going to give us the answer as to how capable that player is of resisting the threat. We're making him run, twist and turn, and all the time seeing how the muscles are functioning, seeing how the nerves are reacting, so that we can give a full 90-minute game simulation.
And how about Michael? His injured ankle was healed in time for him to play against his old team on Saturday. Leeds beat Sunderland 2-1. And after a strenuous day on the training ground, what better way to end the day?